It's Anthony here from Cutting Edge Guitar. Just bringing some news and update for you today that I'm reopening my studio. So as you've all seen from when I started my channel, it's all been going on in my house. That's actually not really where I teach, where I do my one-to-one lessons. It's all at my studio in Northampton, so I thought we'd take a little look at that today. So here we are, 12 Gregory Street Studios. This is where I teach from. In through the front door. So obviously my channel started during the COVID pandemic, which is why everything so far has been from my little music room in my house. But generally speaking, this is where everything takes place. So coming on through into the bar area of what used to be called Big Noise. It's now Gregory Street Studios, but this used to be rehearsal rooms. So it was where basically everything for the local scene was, and why I set up in here. On the right hand side we've got LA Vocals. This is the home of, it's where I met my wife actually. This is Lavinia George's room, the home of LA Vocals Music Tuition. It's a pretty cool little studio that she's got going on here. So if you're looking for some high quality vocal coaching, this is the place to come in our local area. She's also doing online, and she's moving into some music therapy at the moment as well. So there's all sorts of stuff going on in here. And moving on into this area at the moment, this is the bar area. It's like a waiting area for where my students come before they take their lesson with me. And then through the back door, this is where my studio is. So as we come on through, there we go, the room to, or the door to Cutting Edge Guitar Home, I should say. That sort of thing that you'll spot on the floor down here, this little transistor amp, the Stinger. This was my amp of choice for years. This came from a local music store in Northampton when I was a youngster. Excellent amplifier that was, kept me going for a long time. So here we go into the studio. And this is it. This is where my face-to-face students come to see me for their guitar lessons. A few of my guitars up on the wall. My little wall of black stars there. My old faithful Ibanez S series. A few of my pedals. This is generally what's going on. So from now on, this is where you'll probably find all of my YouTube channel videos, my tuition videos, my downloadable packages, and all that sort of stuff is all going to be made in here. One-to-one lessons, obviously face-to-face, but Skype. I'll be doing all of my Skype lessons, Zoom lessons, all of that stuff in this cool little room. I've been in here for about 5 years now, maybe a bit longer. So yeah, just generally got a few of my guitars up on the wall. My little pedal board. It's a fairly humble pedal board, but it's got everything on it that I need. Like I say, my black stars, some valve, some digital. I'm using some amp software at the moment these days. I've just got into Bios Effects, some really good stuff. Now here's something that a few of my students asked me about, and it's kind of what I put this here for. It's like a wall of fame, or not even necessarily a wall of fame, but a wall of idols. The cutting edge guitar players. Who are the ones that got me interested? So we're starting off with Kirk Hammett on the wall over here. He's a bit of an odd one, actually, in the list of players that I've got up on the wall, because he's not really the same kind of player as everyone else. But the thing is, he was my first guitar idol. That's why he's up there. Then moving on over to here. This is a really interesting little photo that my wife did for me, actually, just to make things look cool in the studio. Malmsteen, Vi, Satch, all three in one frame. It's actually to symbolise the G3 Live in Denver DVD. I lost hours of my teenage years watching that DVD. Then we've got John Petrucci, Frank Gambale, Eric Johnson, Richie Kotzen, Paul Gilbert. Hendrix. Interesting quote from Mr. Hendrix there. Very apt these days. What a ledge. Guthrie Govan. If anyone watching this video doesn't know who Guthrie is, you need to get on some videos and check him out now. Ridiculous guitar player. And Jason Becker. Again, if you don't know who Jason is, get yourself on YouTube, watch some footage of him playing when he was about 17, 18. It will blow your mind. His story is incredible as well. His film about his life called Not Dead Yet. Absolutely every guitar player needs to watch that. I think I might do another video at some point about my guitars, just talking about where they all are. I mean, this one over here is my first ever guitar. Nice little bit of wall art these days. My Strat. Mexican, very good. Cheap, but fantastic guitar. Loads of gigs with that one. Loads of lessons. My Ibanez RG550. Talk about game-changing instruments. That one is a game changer. This one's my SA. I take this one around the schools, teaching and all that stuff with that one. My Les Paul copy. Actually got a super high action and 12 gauge strings on it, set up for slide. There's a really, really big story behind this one that we haven't got time to get into now. I'll have to do another video with that one. My first Ibanez. My current Prestige S Series. Superb guitar. Most of you that have watched my videos before know that I've got a number of other guitars that are all lurking around at home. But yeah, there we go. So here's the studio. It is now reopened in a post-COVID world. So when you take your Skype lesson from me or come in for your face-to-face lesson, this is where you'll be. I look forward to doing a whole load more video lessons and downloadable packages and all the rest of it for you guys in here. I am very, very excited to be back. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you soon.